Welcome to Sports News. Two-time women's champion Serena Williams will play compatriot Taylor Townsend in the first round of the U.S. Open, which begins on Monday. The world #1 is projected to face Serbian 8th seed Ana Ivanovic in the quarterfinals at Flushing Meadows. Former champions Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray also face a potential tough quarterfinal. In football, the 2014 elections into the Executive Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, will hold on Tuesday, August the 26th. The decision was reached after a meeting between the Nigeria Football Federation and the National Sports Commission in Abuja today. Reports say the chairman of the Electoral Committee, Amoni Biambo, will give other details, including the venue, in the coming days. South African national team coach Ephraim Mashaba sprung a number of surprises today when he announced the squad for the 2015 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Coach Shakes has included players from the current national under-20 side like goalkeeper Dumisani Msibi and captain Ayanda Magwaka, as well as players who previously starred for South Africa at youth level like Ramalawe Mfalele, Bongani Ndulula and Mandla Masango. 25 players will make the trip to Sudan for the opening clash, which is set to take place on September the 6th. 9 more are set to join the squad in Cape Town ahead of the home encounter against African champions Nigeria. On the international scene, FIFA says the Club World Cup will be held as planned in Morocco between December the 10th and the 20th this year. The World Football ruling body was reacting to recent rumors that a change in venue might be sought owing to the Ebola epidemic currently affecting Africa. FIFA clarified reports credited to the World Health Organization that there have not been any recorded cases of Ebola in Morocco. And in England, Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho says goalkeeper Petr Cech reacted positively to being dropped for the first time in his Stamford Bridge career. Cech lost the #1 spot to Thibaut Courtois for Monday's season-opening 3-1 win at Burnley, prompting rumours that he'll be seeking a move away from the Blues before the transfer window closes. But Mourinho branded the Czech international a top professional. And in rugby, New Zealand's All Blacks and Australia's Wallabies prepare for the second Bledisloe Cup Test match in Auckland tomorrow. The All Blacks drew 12-12 with Australia last weekend in their Rugby Championship opener in Sydney, bringing an end to a 17-match winning streak. The All Blacks have not lost a match at Eden Park since 1994, having a run of 32 successive victories. They're also unbeaten in New Zealand since 2009 and have won 29 of their 32 matches, 2 of which have been draws with the Wallabies since the 2012 World Cup. And that's it on Sports News. Ijoma will be back shortly with the rest of the news at 10.
On the foreign scene now, the Islamic State militants, also known as IS, have now been called the most dangerous threat America has faced in years. Cynthia Ire tells us more.
Well, unfortunately, that's the case, and Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel has made it clear that U.S. strikes had weakened IS in Iraq, but the group could be expected to regroup. America's top general Martin Dempsey also said IS fighters cannot be defeated without attacking its base in Syria.
They are tremendously well funded. Oh, this is beyond anything that we've seen. So we must prepare for everything. And the only way you do that is you take a cold, steely, hard look at it and get ready.
Then after days of obstruction, lorries from a Russian aid convoy are finally streaming into Ukraine without permission. Russia's foreign ministry said Ukraine had held up the convoy in order to pursue war against rebels in Luhansk, where the aid is destined. Also today, Hamas has definitely hit a new low if we are to go by information made available by sources in Gaza, which say 18 people suspected of collaborating with Israel have been executed. These killings come a day after an Israeli airstrike left 3 senior Hamas leaders dead. Finally, they're gone but not forgotten. Malaysians have observed a moment of silence following the arrival of the bodies of 20 Malaysian victims of flight MH17, which crashed in Ukraine back in July. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And on entertainment news, rapper MI isn't planning any early retirement from music as earlier speculated. Ogechukwu Osei has all the details.
Thank you so much. Now, director and writer Francis Okeke is cutting his teeth with his debut production, Be Negative. Now, the movie tells the story of a 9-year-old psychotic little boy who embarks on a mission of love a few days to his birthday to save his mom from an abusive father. Now, the movie stars Paul Utomi, Divine Mech Masade, Femi Amusan, Buki Thomas, Peace Odete, and Sean Lawson. And comedian Swift Mouth leads out his colleagues, including Memory Card, MC Athi, and MC Shakara, to a night of fab comedy at the Elias Comedy Night in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. The comedies, which included slapstick music and dance, runs for about 3 hours.
Oh my God, Jennifer, so you're touching in our church.
Rapper MI isn't retiring from music after all, as he releases a new single today. And the rapper, who had hinted of an early retirement over social media earlier this week, has put all speculations to rest with the release of his new track titled King James.
Me versus you is worthless. I am he who all you rappers worship. I do this right. I'm straight. Y'all the cursive. You were rapping when I broke out.
And gospel rapper Pastor J has been speaking about his late mom, Pastor Bimbo Odukoya, and the preacher's son, who has chosen rap music with all its exuberant characteristics, said his parents are fully supportive of his chosen career, and his mom in particular has been sorely missed in his career. And on the foreign scene, American couple Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon are reportedly separated. Now, wide reports suggest that the couple have been living apart for months, with divorce looming over the couple's 6-year-old marriage. Now, they have 3-year-old twins together. But that's all on Entertainment News tonight. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Well, thanks a lot, Ogechukwu. And the main news again. The health minister has confirmed Nigeria's latest cases of Ebola virus disease infection. Professor Onyebuchi Chukwu told journalists today that the spouses of 2 Nigerians killed by Ebola are on admission for full-blown infection. And 7 people have drowned after a boat capsized near Kafanchan village in Kaduna State. A 7-year-old girl also died in a neighboring village after her home was overwhelmed by floods. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Metrofile is up next, followed by Focus on Africa. To have a great weekend. I'm Ijoma Hunyato. Good night.